past month, many senators have asked me about my judicial philosophy. It's simple. The task of a judge is not to make law.
Oh, no.
It is to apply the law.
Right, sure, okay.
And it is clear, I believe, that my record in 2 courts reflects my rigorous commitment to interpreting the Constitution according to its terms.
She's a windbag liar, in my opinion. I don't care what you think of what I just said. What, because they elevate you heard of her? 2 months ago, you never heard of her. Now suddenly she's gone already. She said to white people, drop dead. Based on race, you're not getting anywhere. What do you want to cover this up? Now she's already playing Miss Moderate. The task of a judge is not to make law. It is to apply the law. And my record shows my rigorous attempt to wreck the Constitution according to my terms, is what she should have said. You forgot already the fireman decision that was just overturned by the whole Supreme Court? She is not qualified. This is a repeat of Ruth Bader Ginsburg all over again, with the same Republican types, once again ushering in a radical extremist. However, as I said at the beginning of the show, she may be the least extreme of the extremists that Obama could have picked. How do you like that? You expect them to pick a centrist? So forget about it. It's a waste of time, the whole thing. It's a rubber stamp job. You may as well be living in Bolivia in the 1950s, where they pick a judge from wherever they want. What are you talking about? A judge? She's a judge like you're a judge. In my day, this woman wouldn't have been a judge, a district judge. But because America has become a different world today than the day I grew up. And remember, I'm the son of an immigrant. But I wasn't told that because you're the son of an immigrant, they're going to lay down for you and give you they're going to grease the skids. In fact, the opposite was true. They said to me, because you're the son of an immigrant, you're going to have to work 10 times harder to get anywhere. Because you are the son of an immigrant, people are going to mock you. They're going to push you down. They're going to try to keep you down. And you're going to have to outdo them with hard work. And whatever God gave you in between your head isn't enough. You know what they say, genius is 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. You heard that? Well, let me tell you something. I'm the living embodiment of it. But so are millions of you out there. That was in my day. But no longer today. Today, before they get off the banana boat, me immigrant, you racist, I sue ACLU. Right away, boom. Right away, they want to go to the head of the class and push you in the back of the bus. That's the new immigrant in America today. Take a look at what's going on in Los Angeles. Take a look at what's going on in the city of Los Angeles and the state of California, what illegal immigrants have done, like a scythe through the state. Lied by the politicians, lie for them every day of the week. Take a look at the fact that 1/3 of all prisoners are illegal aliens. What are you going to do with that fact? Twist it? They didn't come here to work. They came here to rob, steal, rape, counterfeit, whatever they can get away with. Killing police, killing women, raping women, and running back across the border and laughing at you. Don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. You're a liar if you don't know the reality of it. And the politicians are the worst criminals of all, covering up for these criminals and liars. The politicians are gangsters. They're the godfather, every one of them. Every last criminal enterprise. Fronting for drug dealers, fronting for pimps, fronting for pornographers, fronting for Saudi Arabia, fronting for communist China, fronting for Cuba, fronting for Venezuela, and they're not fronting for you. Who's the hell is representing you? Tell me who the hell represents you in Congress. Tell me the last time you heard anyone get up there and talk about America and the soldiers and the police and the American family. Tell me the last time you heard anybody in Congress speak for you. You didn't, because they don't. The only people who do are Michael Savage and a few others in talk radio and many bloggers. That's it. That's the entire representation of the American people. The Tea Party's represented you. Did you see any broadcast on the media after July 4th? They spit on you. Those empty suits, those department store dummies without secondary sexual characteristics, like Wolf Blitzer, that piece of garbage. They don't represent the American people. They represent the criminals that run America. And they make believe you don't exist. So you get me started on Sotomayor, believe me, I can go off like a rocket. July 4th may be over, but don't get me started on this woman. She's as qualified to be a Supreme Court justice as, let us say, an ordinary lawyer in your town. That's all she is. And I don't even think she could have passed law school without affirmative action. Let me tell you that right now. Did she achieve something in her life? Yes. Did she work hard? Yes. Is she a brilliant jurist? I don't know. What did she write that you know of? Can anyone listening to this show cite one legal article that she wrote that would put her in the class that you would say, therefore, she belongs in the Supreme Court? She has written such legal opinions that are so brilliant that she belongs on the United States Supreme Court, which, by the way, is more powerful than the presidency when you think about it. You want to turn it over to this woman? Why? Because Obama says so? Because those fronts for the lowest elements in the world, called senators, want you to rubber stamp her? But what can you do? You don't live in a democracy anymore. You live in a hypocrisy. I once said you live in a hip-hopcracy. You live in a hip-hopcracy because the hip-hop artists, if you want to call them that, are more esteemed than are you. Last week, the king of pill-popping, I named him that on Monday, died. You would have thought that JC himself had come back from the grave and died. Did you see the vermin in the media tripping over themselves with the gold casket until eventually America made them stop it? Until eventually you were heard and said, you disgust me to the media and the politicians when you said, are you kidding me? Celebrating a junkie like that? A child molester like that? Are you crazy? So don't tell me I don't have a relative knowledge of what's going on. I do, you don't. And your politicians are it's a shocker to me that they talk about her with such grave tones. And she's reading the script written for her by some guy with curly hair and big Coke bottle glasses who went to Columbia or NYU Law, and he thinks he's fooling the American people. You hear her talking about this? And play clip 29. Listen to this rubbish of Sotomayor reading this rubbish. Listen to this.
In the past month, many senators have asked me about my judicial philosophy. It's simple. Fidelity to the law.
You're full of crap. Turn her off. It's not fidelity to the law. Then why did you turn on white firefighters knowing it was illegal? You have no fidelity to anything except your agenda, your left-wing radical agenda. You are not qualified as far as I'm concerned. Go back where you came from. How's that?